Hello class, I just got disconnected. I will continue from where we got disconnected from. What I was talking about, that I wrote another simple program here. Look at this. I opened a file in writing mode, fine. And then what I did, I fixed up a loop. This kind of loop you have used in class 11. Hopefully you will be able to remember. While true, that means by default you get into the loop, right? And then I have input two things: name of a person, and from user I have also input his age. Now this is also I was talking about in one of my videos today, that if you have to write some numeric figure onto a file, and if it is like particularly in integer data type or in float data type, then that has to be converted into string at first. So you know how to convert. Str function is used to convert a numeric into string. So that's what I have done exactly. And this age has become, string in the variable ag. So if I entered my age as say 69, then that 69 will become 6 and 9, like characters, they will be stored. Fine. Now what will happen? Now basically what happens is we have concatenated them together. I wrote st equal to, look at this, name nm, and also I used a space in between, and then I wrote the converted value of the age, that is in string, and then I have used one slash n. Okay, and then I'm writing it onto the file f.write st. That means whichever string I have prepared in the previous line, okay, by taking the values from the user, I prepared a string, and then that string I wrote it down here in this line. I wrote it down in the file. F.write means it's getting written into abc.text. Look at this, I use the double slash here. The reason I explained to you already. Now, since this loop doesn't have a controlling, nobody's controlling the loop, here I control the loop. I said, you want to continue inputting the names and the age of a person, then you press whatever you want. And to quit, you press Q or small q or capital Q. So I wrote, if this value is small q or capital Q, then you break the loop. Fine. And then I close the loop, close the file as usual. Now I'm reading it. How I'm reading it, look at this. This is also another technique of reading, and this is a very effective way of reading, because mostly in the CBSE paper, when you will get the question, there you do not know the text file which will be given to you. Sometimes they give the structure of the text file. If the structure of the text file is not given, then we are in a big trouble, because we do not know whether there is a single line or there are multiple lines in it. So line by line reading a text file is very, very important technique that will work in all scenarios. Fine. So that's what I've tried to do. I've taken a variable, look at this, stn equal to space. It's a space, not null. Then I fixed up a loop while stn. While stn means when stn, that string, contains some value, it is not equal to null. When it contains some value. Fine. So obviously it was having a space, so it will help me get into the loop. And then I did f.read line. I wanted to read only one line. So I read the first line. So whatever the first line I read, that value will be going to this string stn, and then I printed that line. Very simple thing. Okay, let's see how it works. If I run the program, you will see. Okay, say it is asking me for a person. I wrote a name and I wrote age. Okay, I wanted to continue, so I pressed whatever I want. Okay, I wrote another name, I wrote age also. Fine, I wanted to continue. I write another name and I wrote the age of the person. Look at this. Now I want to quit. So if I want to quit, I will press Q. Now look at this, what happened. It printed in 3 different lines. Okay, first person and his name, second person and his name, third person and his name. The question is why this double space is come. You can easily make out it's a double space. The double space is coming because of the fact that when you wrote the file, you already put a slash n here. Okay, So because of this, it is giving a line break, and plus you have the print statement that already every line should be printed in different lines. That is how what is happening is double space is coming. Fine. Now I will show you another small program, and hopefully looking at this, if you understand this, you'll be able to solve most of the questions of CBSE standard. Okay, but try to understand it properly. Fine. Uh, if I open this one, look at this. What happened? Let me tell you the what I wanted to do here. You can see there is a big string here, where in there are 4 lines, and in all 4 lines the word India comes. Here the India comes in the beginning. Here India comes beginning. Here India is in the middle, and here India is at the end. I purposely put India into different lines. Okay. So this is how the text is. Triple quotes I've taken so that I can write things into different lines. Imagine this is how the text file is written. I had to do the writing part, otherwise I cannot write. Cannot show you the reading part also. So here is my writing mode. I opened the file in the writing mode and I wrote it down into the file. I've been using only write function because I wanted to write the whole thing all together. I did not get into the case where I have a list, because I told you if you want to write the values from the list, that is elements from the list, then you have to use the function write line. But that kind of write lines, but that function situation has not come yet. So I'm using only write function. I close the file after writing. So this much is only for writing onto the file. Now I want to read from the file. So I opened the file into the reading mode, you can see. Okay. And I took a variable here, exactly like the technique which I showed you in the previous program. I took a variable stn equal to space, right? Stn equal to space I wrote so that I can comfortably get into the loop. Now my loop starts while stn. That means as long as the variable stn, that is text stn, text variable stn or string variable stn, has something in it. It is not null, right? Now look at this, stn equal to f dot read line. So I read a particular line. Okay. Now this technique I was telling you, if I do read line, obviously stn will be another string. It has to be a string. Now what did I do? I converted that string into a list. Why? I'm coming to this point later. What did I do? I wrote stn.split. So the moment I wrote stn.split, what happened? It created a list like this. Fine. It created a list like this, and all the words, like the first line was India is the fastest growing economy. So India is like this. Every word will be a different element of the list. That is how it will get stored in T, right? So T will have all these words present in it. T is a list. All these words it will have present in it in its as different elements. Okay, that will happen because of using of this function split. Okay. Now I took another variable lin. I'm coming to this point later. Now why did I do this T? So that I can fetch every word. Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to change the word India to West Bengal. Wherever the word India will come, I want to write West Bengal. Fine. So if I take a for loop now for word in T, so if T, watch it out carefully, if T has the list like this, like India, okay, first element is, second element, third element will be the, that is how the list goes. Fine. So if the list goes like this, then word, by using this variable word, I'll be able to fetch each of these words, each of these elements. Each of these word means each of these elements here. Now I'm saying that if that word happens to be India, if that word value is India, look at this, I change the word value to West Bengal. Fine. And what did I do? I wrote lin, that new variable, equal to new variable. I put a space in between and the word. This word could be West Bengal. And if it is not equal to India, then original word, the other words will be exactly like that. That means when the first word was India, what happened? Here it copied West Bengal because I changed the value of word. And if it is not India, like is the fastest growing economy, the other words, they just get copied into the line exactly the way it is. And the first line gets printed. Which line? This, the line which I made here, LIN. And obviously, when I print here, here the word India will never come. Here the word West Bengal will come in place of that. So this is how, second round of the loop, we managed to read the second line. Again, we take all the words of the second line into different, as a list in its different elements. And those elements are again pulled here, right? And if the word is India, I'm just changing into West Bengal and copied, concatenating all the words, framing a new sentence basically, so that the new sentence is displayed. Fine. So what will happen? From the file we'll read, it will not, but don't misunderstand me, it will not bring about any change in the original file. I will read from the file, but while displaying, the word India will not come, the word West Bengal will come in place of that. Fine. So if we save it and if we run the program, what happens? Look at this. Now everywhere, look at this, line by line, it changed. West Bengal, wherever India was there, it changed the thing into West Bengal. So I hope you understood this technique. Okay, I will just send you some very basic programming. Satyajit, especially, I'm mentioning your name very clearly. Okay, you have not been doing too good in this subject. Please do these 2-3 questions which I send you, because revision means more work now you have to do. My job is less, right? Fine.